Yo, yo, yo. What's good? I gotta get some links taken out of this goddamn watch. I'm skinny. I don't give a goddamn. Been that way for 37 years. But anyway, we on another episode of What We On. Second episode of being Zach. If you see, the background has changed from the first episode, but like I was saying, it's a work in progress. So we trying stuff. We seeing what's going to work. But I feel like I'm going to like this one better. So, side note, I'm trying to get in the swing of this shit because, I'm used to interviewing people or having podcasts with other people. So sitting down talking to, I'm not going to say imaginary because y'all going to be out there. Y'all going to be watching, whatever. But people that's anticipated viewers, it's kind of hard to maintain the same type of energy. But I'm getting there and I'm learning. So, without dragging it on too long, guess we can get into the first topic, which is my boy Cam and Omar Gooding. And make sure I said that right because I said Clarissa Fields like 90 times last episode. Yeah. My bad. Don't try to make a diss track about me. So basically, Cameron called him Omar Gooding Jr., which, to my knowledge, because I didn't see the episode, I think it was an accident, thinking like of Cuban Gooding Jr. So Omar went and made two diss tracks called what? Fix Your Mouth 1 and 2. But she came at Kim, and then basically Kim kind of talked about it for a minute, like it was a little social media back and forth. But then Kim tricked him by hiring him to, let me see, we're checking the facts again, $75K to film a fake movie.
I booked it to do a movie that's never coming out. Like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, Omar. That movie you flew to Miami for, it ain't no movie coming out. I booked you. And I was laughing at you behind the scenes. I was there.
But he really got paid for it. But the movie ain't ever coming out. So Kim went on whatever platform he was on, and he was saying how, yeah, bro, that movie ain't never coming out. I had you doing push-ups. I had you doing all of this, and it's a fake movie. But he got paid $75K to do it. So it's like, I don't know. It's like a level of petty, but at the same time, who really won? Like, I know a lot of people, in your opinion, like a lot of people nowadays think that money determines everything. So if you flash that you got more money, or you can make somebody do something for some amount of money, then you automatically win. But at the same time, it's like, yo, I'm an actor. I do shit all the time. Like I went and did that, and okay, the movie not gonna come out even better. No pressure. I just clocked that and went home. Like,
First of all, thank you, brother. Thank you. You are next level. A free trip to Miami, $2,500 in my pocket to do some push-ups with my shirt off. Thank you. And knowing that garbage ain't coming out is even better. Show it on your little show all you want if you need ratings that bad.
I don't know, but it really is crazy to me that Kim thought that was a flex to do. Like, I mean, it don't really surprise me because people grow up, but they don't completely go shit. I've grown up a lot, but I'm still me in some capacity. I still be thinking some crazy shit sometimes. But yeah, Cam, in my opinion, could have handled this in a different kind of way, honestly. And I don't know what's going on with Omar. He just felt like he wanted to do it, or he high. I don't want to insinuate. I don't know what the hell going on in Hollywood. Like, now they got little Nas X walking down the damn street in his drawers, talking and singing to himself, which is crazy because I always kind of like I liked him as an artist because he's talented, but he went way into his rainbow shit, like way too far into it, like to make that his whole identity. And I don't know whether it's the pressure of the industry or whether it's the, like I say, I don't, the shit they make you do. I don't know, because even I don't know what's true anymore. Because even if you go back and think about Diddy, either they were suppressing a whole lot of stuff, or it's just never coming out. Because it's like, I mean, or he really didn't do the type of stuff that you would think. I really thought that you was gonna hear a whole bunch of crazy shit. Like, I thought it was gonna be all kind of celebrities. I thought it was gonna be all kind of like crazy orgy type stuff, but like that's not what really came on. It just him like getting the beat off with baby oil and be a cut. Like that's really all that we got. But if like all of the conspiracy theories is all of the rituals and all of the stuff that you got to go through in Hollywood to be anything. Like I mean, to reach a certain level. But which I do feel like it is true automatically to a certain level and a certain degree. But like I don't think I don't know what I believe anymore. But I know that something in that industry that I love so much, not even the industry, I don't love the industry. I love music. There's something in entertainment that I love so much that's corrupting people and making people miserable, no matter the amount of money that they have, no matter how much fame, success, and like accomplishments that they have, they still sad and depressed. So that even makes me question my whole motivation for doing things. Like I don't do this because I want to be in everybody's face and all the time. Like I do have a star complex. Like I felt like I was supposed to be a star my whole life, but I do this because this is what I love to do. It's not like I'm not chasing no viral moment. This isn't sensationalism. Like I'm not trying to be nobody but Streetz. You feel me? Like, but at the end of the day, money seems to rule everything. And as long as you have money, you'll be the victor. Like I seen some little freestyle where these two little boys was rapping, and the little boys eating him up, and then the little boy said, "My father got a something, some kind of car. I can't remember." And the whole crowd went crazy because it was supposed to be a stunt. But like we rapping, like that means nothing at the end of the day. Like so, and take it even further, money is really like money is valued on what we put on it nowadays. Like that piece of paper is the currency because that's what the group and as a whole entitles you to use to be able to eat and do the things that we have deemed necessary in this world. Even though I feel like somewhere between 90s, early 2000s, we probably had it just about right. Probably even, but it probably was straight even before that because like technology just be making us lazy and ruining shit. But it also helps and has its benefits. But to go back to money, at one point our money was backed by gold, which is something that you can like go check in the vault and be like, all right, well, we got this amount of money, but it can't supersede this amount of gold that we have stacked inside this vault or that we robbed from Africa or whatever the fuck these people do. So it wasn't until, and like I said, let me check my facts because this is a fact based show as far as I can do. It wasn't until I want to say, in 1971, 1971 in 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 19 Richard Nixon, of course, it was freaking Nixon. He replaced he replaced that with basically debt and credit, and I forgot what they dressed it as, but and taxes. That's another thing that they. But so with that being said, even outside of conspiracy theories, because conspiracy theories go a long way with that too, but even outside of that, you could tell that you could tell money. I mean, outside of that, it's kind of said that our money is being printed with debt attached to it. So we're working and working and working and placing a value on something that accumulates debt before it even gets to us in some kind of way. So it's like our values are messed up in this world. I really I really don't know where and when it got this way. Like nobody cares about nobody else. Everybody wants, like I said last time about the young people, but it ain't just them. It started from us. Like I don't know if we are too soft on like out like the kids could be because us as parents has been too soft on them because of our parents being like super hard on us, or them being neglectful and us like giving them too much attention or not letting them adventure because the traumatic shit that happened to us in our life. Like I still think that like because like even when I think about where I'm at in my life at my age, I sometimes push my thoughts make me feel older than what I actually am, but it's really because I'm in entertainment, and so it's like they try to push you out after a certain age, but at the end of the day, I'm probably in the best shape of my life when it comes to everything that I do. So like a lot of people in the time beforehand, like the parents of that generation, like my older cousins, all of that, like it was beat into them that you have to survive, you have to work, you have to become a valued member of society, I guess, in that kind of way, and contribute in that kind of way, and don't explore who you are, right? So now everything is more well, like around my generation is like, but they call this more rebellious, but it's like, okay, we're artists, like we're going to make music, we're going to design clothes, we're going to make logos, we're going to make beats, we're going to do everything outside the box that we hair, all of that shit is a form of art to me. So like we're going to do outside the box and make it work the way that we want to make it work, like what works for us. So in that spirit, it kind of kept getting looser and looser, and like our parents, I mean that generation, they kind of. So like to tie it all back, because y'all know I ramble. To tie it all back to what I was saying is about my age or whatever. I still think about how like people 50 and up and still they still out there shaking their ass and they still trying to, I mean, figure out what it was, but it's because they were suppressed for so long. And I feel like it takes away a lot of your health too when you don't live in your truth and who you are. That's why I still look so young. I mean, like it's not to say I'm old, but you know, sometimes I take stress really bad and really heavy. So I think if I didn't stay true to who I was, I probably look 10 times older because stress do be beating my ass up. But I just kind of, I deal with it how I deal with it. I can't explain it no other way than that. So while I'm on that, I wanted to, I was watching hip hop. I was watching Beef, one of them old DVDs, but of course it wasn't a DVD, it was on YouTube. And it was just like KRS-One and all of the old school battles and the bridge is over, and I mean all this, if you know you know. But it got me thinking about how I love the history of things. Like I mean I love knowledge, period. So I look for history in just about anything that I come across. If I watch a movie, I'm going to go research it on it immediately after I watch the movie. Like, I just like to know shit. But I also feel like if you love something, you should research it. You should know where things originated from. You should know where it came from. You should know. You should like basically that's what I'm saying. So I a lot of people are self-proclaimed psychics these days, and they're doing readings and doing all this type of stuff. My girlfriend, she actually is a psychic though. Like, I'm not really with the whole shit like that, but she done proven it to me too many times for me not to be like, all right, you have a gift. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've if it wasn't for her showing me directly, I still would probably. So not to say that I don't believe it, because I have gifts, but it's a complicated thing. So, but it made me curious. It's like, okay, my platform. I know a lot of people aren't going to do the research, and I'm just a curious person. So let me go see where the origins of tarot cards came from. And honestly, I thought that it was going to start off on some dark shit. Thought it was going to be crazy, but it was a game in Italy in the 14th century. Let me see if I could pronounce this right, because even though I do got Italian somewhere in my bloodline, is is not that goddamn present. So 14th or 15th century, called Tarachi, and it was played by Italian aristocrats. And it wasn't until the 18th century that the credit goes to a French occultist by the name of Jean Baptiste Aliette. That's the best way that I could say that. And the only thing is, what I said his last name was. One of the only red flags that I didn't like is, okay, French in the cultist thing, but then he changed his name to Atelier or something like that, which is his last name backwards, which is sort of like an anagram, which is the wrong kind of a cult. But that's where it originated from. Like, that's where it's mostly accredited to. Now, all of the, like, I know, like, okay, so some things can be related and not be the same things, right? So, like, talking to my girlfriend, I kind of understand the when they say like ancestors or spirit guides or people, you know what I mean? Like, that's who talks to you or tells you certain things, or you know what I mean? Like, so I get that. And that is something that goes back all the way to, I would say, the culture before slavery. We had a closer connection with God, closer connection with the spirit realm. Like, I cannot deny certain things because of my experiences in life. My highest power is God. He's proven himself to me numerous times. There is no question to me of his existence, of his love for me. But there is questions that I have just about how I was taught, what was changed in the Bible, things like, like, as you get older, you question things even more. And that's why they say it's like, it's easier to be like, look at stuff like a child, because you, even the smartest you get, you can't, like my father always said, you're trying to figure out infinite with a finite brain, basically. And kids just be like, oh, sky blue, it's blue. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though that's not always the best approach to taking things, but that's where faith comes in. I don't know. But so I don't I'm always it always scares me because I'm not sure what is being led by what at times, and that's where I worry because like me and my father again, me and him, I was having a conversation. He was telling me a story about how when Noah, not Noah, Moses went went in front of I can't think of what the title right now, but the Pharaoh maybe when he went in front of him to prove like God's might, he went in, he turned the staff into a snake, and the people that was watching him, that was in the Pharaoh's ears, they kind of like, oh, okay, woo, all right, we can do that too. Like, you know what I mean? They turned their staff into a snake. Uh, Moses, I want to say no again. Moses' snake ate their snake, but they were still able to turn their staff into snakes. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's just always weary for me, and that's why I never got too far into any of that type of shit, or I only try to explore what I feel like God wants me to explore. But what it all comes down to, I feel like, is intention. Right? Do you feel like you're using your gifts for God, or if you're using it like, I don't know. But yeah, that's as far as I'm gonna go on that because it's not my realm. I'm just informing and giving my slight opinion. So I can hear my baby crying upstairs too. He teething. Man, you want to knock him out already? It's like, nah. I guess I'm going to go to. All right, let's talk about judgment. Because, like I was saying, I'm like, that's a good transition actually. Because, like I was saying, my girlfriend is into all of that, like really, really heavy, and she believes, but she does give God His glory, and and I'm never here to judge her around any journey or any path that she wants to go on or explore and her gifts or however it goes. But and I know her. I sleep next to her every night. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it boggles my mind the fact that people go on the internet and judge people that they don't know so goddamn harshly. Like, I seen somebody talking about Sweetie and how she been hanging on to her career for the longest, and it's like, Sweetie got songs on the radio that I listen to, and I'm a whole nigga. Like, and even if she didn't, she's like one major song away from being where any you want to rate any other artist at any particular time. It's like, and people you can't do. AI has made it so that, like, I'm not blaming AI strictly on this because people have been dicks for a long time coming, and the internet has given them a voice to just sit back behind and judge people even when they're going through the circumstances. Like I was talking about on the last episode with the Papoose and Clarissa and Remy and Beaver Tooth situation. But yeah. So what I was saying with that, I'm crying. I'm trying to drown that out. But it's like how AI is giving people the ability to do things that people have had to train for, had to practice, and it gives skills to people without skills, so they feel like they can do things the same way. And the quality is never going to be the same. It's just like an old antique piece of furniture. People used to hand make that shit, and it used to be sturdy. It's never going to be the same. You always going to be able to see the flaws, and they don't have the same love that's put into it. But it's still giving people the opportunity to be like, all right, well, I did this easy, so let me be able to sit with that person and their hard work and be able to judge them or their career when I'm working in Burger King or wherever the hell I'm working at. Because even that, I don't judge nobody for working wherever the fuck they work at. Like, I don't judge anybody for anything except for being like the weirdos and all of that shit. Like, yeah. But like, why do you feel like you're better, or why do you feel like you're the authority on what's cool, or the authority on, I mean, like, you could tell me you don't like some shit and I'll just be like, all right. Or you could tell me you like some shit and I'm like, all right, it's okay. You tell me some shit you like about it, like, I might see what's good with it, or I might be like, okay, but like, I'm never going to, like, I don't judge anything by what y'all talk about or y'all judgment on it. Time and time again, I've been on the internet and I've seen the ratings and stuff before I went to go see a movie or before I bought a game or something. I'm like, I get into it and I'm like, these people don't know what they're talking about, but people don't know how to just sit back and enjoy stuff. Like, when everybody didn't feel like they can do and didn't feel like they were all supposed to be somebody outside of who they are, they got to sit back and watch other people be do what they do, and they can just enjoy it. Like, you can enjoy a bad movie and still love it. I know a whole bunch of corny movies that I love because it's funny. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or you can see the actors working hard. It was just stuff that you like. I always find stuff that I love more than that I hate. Like, and into stuff. Like, if I don't like something, it's like, okay, this ending sucked, or the CGI was too much, or the monster looked crazy, or this person should have survived. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, but as a whole, you see the story they trying to tell. Like I said last time, I really, I, I don't know, man. It really do bother me though. Like, I don't know why everybody is so judgmental about everybody else. Like, everybody gossips and pillow talks with they people about shit and do something. I mean, like, like, make little jokes here and there. I'm not saying that, but it's like hating. It's like real life hating though. Like, it's not just some regular I'm a critic. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that. It's like really people just like, I don't know, the whole time you don't want to be the next person. Oh, but what I was gonna say too about, like, I wasn't saying like some people are born to be stars, and some people are born to like be a star in their life. Everybody's a star in their life, but how you manage that role is different. Like, a perfect example is if you, and I hate to use the. I'll say I'm gonna use three examples because I'm not because two would be too close together. So you got a rapper who's made a lot of money. Don't have to be a rapper. I'm just That's what I am. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Does very well for herself. Charity, loves the community, whatever, whatever. He does what he does for his community. He does what he does for his craft. Fast forward to an athlete, could be basketball player, could be football player, whatever, whatever. He does the same thing, equal footing. They do different things and they will enjoy each other, what each other do. Okay, then you go over here to a CEO or something, or somebody that created something that makes a whole bunch of money, gives back to his community. Like, say he created a certain kind of car, or somebody with a clothing brand, or something that these other two enjoy too. And this person can't slam dunk or rap at all. And these people can't do that, or they do. Everybody dibble and dabble because you could kind of event. Like, I'm not saying stay out of territory. Like, y'all get what I'm saying, man. You get it. I feel like that was a decent analogy. We all equal, just everybody shine where you're supposed to shine at, and enjoy and critique things, but don't judge. Like, a lot of stuff you can't do. Even the corniest rapper, like, any day, 100%, I would tell you that I rap better than Soldier Boy. I've been rapping, recording since I was 16 years old. Since I was 16 years old, I rap better than Soldier Boy. But can I say that I'm more successful than that man? Can I say that I've influenced hip hop more than this man have? Can I say no? I can't hate on that man. I can I can legitimately say that I feel like I rap better than him, even though we're in the same. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But even in sports, like, I was an athlete before I found weed, sex, and rap, but I wasn't going to a D1 college to ball and all that. So I see a motherfucker miss a jump shot. I can't. Oh, you trash it down. Maybe he's under pressure that day. He usually make a shot. Like I don't know. Unless I was betting, which I'm not really a betting man, and I needed that shot, then yeah, I can understand being mad. But other than that, it's just like, I don't know. How can I judge you or set critique that he had an off game? It's a difference between judging and critiquing. And I hate to even use the word critique because people be critiquing shit without no justification behind it.
And Jordan ahead of the field. Jordan takes. Oh, he blew it. Whoa.
So, real quick, we almost about to get up out of here. But what's homie name? One thing that I don't like, and that's still going on with our culture and our fight to be equal, even though we've freaking built this country physically on our back and culturally. But like sometimes race and some things race plays a part in, and that we should stand up for, and we should raise for. And I'm with that, stand for a person. But some things is just because they're black doesn't automatically mean that they're right. And I can't stand when that shit happens. And I'm one of the, like, I'm with my people. Like, well, I don't even like the whole black thing. Black is a color. Like, we're not. Well, that's a whole nother thing. But what's the dude name? The William McNeil. Now, I do feel like that was excessive, no matter what he said or what he did, even though the man asked for a superior and sat in his car, even though they were trying to get him out and they detained him. You played like, okay, we're going to keep the same energy, right? You played the whole video. You see that he shut himself in and he started asking for a superior. And I only seen that shit happen in movies, so I'm not sure if they have to legally abide by that, but usually I usually see that they usually have a sergeant come or some however that goes, however the hierarchy is, right? So I don't know if they were supposed to, whether or not, but the fact that they bang this man window while he's sitting there looking straight, and he already looked dumb in the face, bunged out his window, punched him in his face, dragged him out, and hit him again. I didn't see his tooth when I seen him again, so I think they messed up his tooth. Like, all of that was unnecessary. I don't care. It's too many of y'all, for one, to have to do it that way with that excessive force for somebody that couldn't resist if he wanted to. Probably one of y'all physically. I don't know what he did. I don't know, like, unless it was a homicide, and he had a weapon, armed and dangerous, that is unnecessary. If he was, then hey, he got what he got. Fair. But then we go to, oh shit. All right, y'all still see me. I was on Chris called me. So we go to the dude, the veteran, and the dude who shot the veteran. So, real quick, because I'm going to get out of here, because I think I just got these pictures and I want to look at them. So, I really feel like, okay, all right, let me take my time, because it's kind of sensitive. So, in every media that showed that clip, they show a part of it. This is Trump's America, this is whatever, but they only showed a single part of it, what makes it look absolutely crazy. Now, if you look at the whole video, I was going to go piece by piece, but let's go. The whole video. So the white man did go up, which is probably racially motivated. I will not say, I'm not taking that off the table, like I said, just because one thing doesn't have to mean the other thing, even if they can be related, like I was trying to say earlier. But like, so the man it was most racially motivated that he seen this man and was trying to accuse him of stolen valor when he stole his patch. They do all of that. For what I seen, he snatched it. I didn't see him hit the man. I don't know. He didn't have his gun out, none of that. So the black man in the wheelchair, had a knife, rolled up to the man mad aggressively, and it had a gun that it looked like an aerosol gun that like he was trying to pull out. Now, whether he was just trying to threaten him or not, in my reflexes, regardless what color you were, if you take the fact that it was racially motivated off the table, that this motherfucker started in the first place by fucking with that man, I probably would have backed out on this man too. Like, I'm like, so it's like, so the fact that he shot him, I don't necessarily think was racially motivated. It was just a plus of him being a racist and inciting the argument. I mean, sister, y'all, you get what I'm trying to say? All right, I ain't gonna delve too much deeper in there. I hope I said that the right way, but Streetz,